Beloved Star, warmest welcome to Elven Pod 87. This Elven Pod, which is the wisdom of the Elven for our ascension, each week bringing through the guidance that is most relevant to the greatest arcs of the redesign of the energy upon earth and within ourselves that is preparing us for this great age of light that we are shifting and transferring into. So this year is a year of huge design shift, and we're in massive waves of it right now. We've had the M flares through the sun, these waves of plasma particles that are absolutely dancing through us, and we're in the place of greatest redesign in accordance with the December solstice new source wave of light that came through. So every year there's a new band wave of light, a new band wave of design, if you like, new architecture that has the potentiality to bring our experience to a completely new level. And we are at the maximum point of the actualization for the first time 6 months later after the December solstice codes are given, as they first travel from source and they first impact our auras and our higher light bodies and all of this. We start getting the information, we start getting the intel for this, and then we go through the massive change and the upgrades and the evolutionary dance, the creational dance, and ultimately what is a co-creational dance. We do have the opportunity to consciously co-create with these codes that are coming in. And that is the heart of the redesign of this year, which is us remembering that we can actively do that, that we're not just passively sitting, receiving these great waves of codes that come in, that we are source itself, actively choosing, actively dreaming, actively imagining what we would love to do with these waves of incoming light. There is a co-creation. And our bodies are remembering this. This is the great theme that I've spoken to again and again this year. We're remembering that we're allowed to, that we are free to create, that we don't have to wait for permission, that we're not so flawed that we can't do that, that we can actively do it as we would love to do it, dream as we would love to dream, create as we would love to create. And it sounds so simple, but it's perhaps one of the greatest things we can possibly remember in our bodies, in our souls, through every level of our personalities. Really remember that. And because it's such a massive invitation, because it's something that is so all-encompassing for us, as we receive this invitation of remembering that we are free to co-create with the source light, we can meet with the feeling of just even the accelerated or the amplified feeling of not feeling worthy, of doubting, or feeling we're not worthy of our own radiance, or wondering if our own radiance is even real, and if we're good enough to take it up, if it is. It's that dance with that golden solar angel of self. Am I really allowed to give expression to this one? Can I go direct into the heart of this becoming, into the heart of this invitation with the heart of creation itself? And this, as I'm being shown it, is the great initiation that we're within right now. And what we want to do is to actually cross the threshold of that initiation and that invitation. We want to fully cross this threshold right now. And we're being supported with a beautiful energy that is twofold. One, which is the ancient angelic records of our own activity on earth when we've done this before. So your records are there. They are there in the deep crystalline records of earth, through the White Rose Temples of Lemuria that I've been sharing about, the hidden temples of Lemuria and of the ages of before and before, where we have created as this solar, celestial radiance of that which we are, in divine co-creation with earth before. Those records are stirring and are being revealed and made manifest at levels as never before. We remember our wisdom, our ways of being on earth at this level of presence. So that record really supports us in the sense of, I can do this, I'm allowed to do this, I can choose this. And the sense of familiarity stirring within our quantum DNA. So we're also being supported now on the stellar and galactic level and invited this week. There's this beautiful surge of energy coming from Lyra and from a Lyran Star Council. And this presence from the heart of the White Rose Temples of Lemuria that I was witnessing, this white gold stargate opening up, and I was translocated so fast into this dimension and invited. And the invitation is there for all of us to take up your seat, to take up the seat that is yours in this golden council of worlds. And the Lyrans are strong. They are strong and very focused in pure source creation. In the Elven teachings, they're really linked to the pineal gland, our sovereign vision of the true nature of reality, direct, receiving true vision, and our golden imagination, so our capacity to dream reality into being. So that creative visualization, so too. And so we're invited through to this Star Council of Lyra to take up your seat. And if you like, it's like tier upon tier, arc upon arc, circle upon circle, row upon row of this vast white golden council of star beings, of beings of light, arrayed in magnificence, and all at the level of seventh dimensional beyond co-creation through worlds, the golden civilizations and worlds creating together. And that level of creation is a place where you have a seat. You have a seat. And I would love to invite you to take up that seat this week. You can see yourself in this beautiful energy, taking up that seat, even the parts of you, and most especially the parts of you that don't feel worthy, that resist, that push away that light of who you are, that push away the light, the angelic light of creation, that just can't believe you're worthy to have a place there. And even though there are parts of you that absolutely are in alignment, that do know, if there's any part of you that doesn't feel worthy to be there, especially to remember to invite that one. And that's the completion of the initiation right now. That's the full acceptance of the invitation that is present in the energy. And as you take up that seat, you will realize, as you see it, your place in that council, that you recognize that seat. It's a place you've sat in before. If you like, there's an indentation in the cushion there, in the embroidery, in the whatever the form, however you see or vision or feel the nature of that seat in that council. You have sat there before, as it were, and you are simply synchronizing back into that place once more. And as you take up that place, the beauty of this invitation and of taking it up is most especially to know that the golden dreams you carry in your heart are a part of the golden co-creation of worlds, seventh dimensional and beyond. They belong to the vastest arcs of angelic co-creation. This has been the invitation throughout this moon, and the promise of the energy of this lunar cycle, of the rose moon as it's known by the Elven, that we would come to know through this moon the ability to know our own individual focused dimension of angelic realm creation, your dreams, your active dreams and imaginings, to be focused, to feel the focused power and the beauty of that, and to simultaneously be aware of the vaster arcs of angelic co-creation through worlds, and that you would be able to know one and the other simultaneously, and know the vast arcs without blipping out and losing connection to yourself and your realm of creation. It's said that one of the phases of dying is that we come into presence with the great light beings. And for many of us, that's a part we can really struggle with as we first leave the body and come into connection, because we just don't feel worthy to be there, overwhelmed by their radiance, overwhelmed by their light. And that can push us back from that phase of the conscious dying process. And this is the kind of passage we're within right now, is that as we ascend, as we die to the old experience and we ascend into the new one, we need to know that we are worthy, that we are welcome, that our dream is part of something much, much greater. It is a precious star in the greatest angelic and causal and celestial spheres of creation, the greatest universal consciousness. It is a star in those greatest arcs of reality. It is commensurate unto them. So it's so important that we know this now, so that we continue in our greatest potentiality, so that we can start to have the joy of really stretching out into the interconnection we're meant to be part of, and knowing our worthiness to be there, knowing the worthiness of our dreams, able to present it, able to share it, able to talk about it, not to cover it up and just absorb and listen, that we can actually presence the deep value of what we carry, even in the spheres of the greatest light that we love and respect and aspire to, that we can bring our light, we can hold our light within those greatest councils of light, both in their expression on earth and in our lives, and yes, in our multidimensional bodies. So with very much love, this is the Elven offering and the wisdom of this week. And as we complete, I'm just going to transfer and hold a transmission for that energy of that Lyran Light Council, so that you can feel the medicine of this and the transference of this invitation of your energy to be present there this way, and to receive this knowing of the value of that one who you are, of the light of your dream for all the worlds. Tarien Nam Thiri En Ara Ikien Non Shiarithian Om Tiri Thi Aman E Natore 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 Kinnamara Shantore Namien Kori Era Man Shan Athi Namora En Ame En Kiri Tone Mathian. So much love, and I shall see you soon. Farewell for now.